If you're a beneficiary waiting on an inheritance, you probably expected probate to take, well, maybe 8 to 12 months. But then all of a sudden you find yourself in month 14, month 16, month 18, and still waiting. What many beneficiaries don't realize is that even in a clean garden variety probate case, it's still taking around 20 months to get through the probate process, and sometimes up to 2 years. Today, I want to explain why that happens and introduce to you something called the Probate Bridge. Hi, my name is John Marsano, and I'm the president and CEO of Advance My Inheritance. Our firm works specifically with beneficiaries in normal probate cases, estates that have an active probate attorney, cooperating executor, and no family disputes, but are simply delayed because of the legal and procedural timelines of probate. Even in a well-managed estate, probate has a number of required steps that can take time. For example, there is usually a claims period where the creditors are allowed to come forward. There's also a government recovery check, which includes Medicare, Medicaid, and an estate recovery through Health and Human Services. Courts often need to verify that there are no outstanding obligations, such as child support or restitution claims, tied to the estate or beneficiaries. Then the estate has to go through a detailed inventory and valuation process. Properties may need to be appraised or sold. Investment accounts they have to be accounted for. Taxes must be reviewed and filed. They often require insight from a CPA. And of course, probate courts themselves can be overloaded, which means that even the most straightforward cases can move slowly through the system. None of these steps mean anything is wrong. They're just simply part of the normal probate process that cause delays. Well, there is real life impact to all of this. So while the probate moves at its own pace, life obviously, doesn't. It doesn't pause. Beneficiaries often, they plan to use their inheritance for very practical reasons. Maybe it's replacing a vehicle, repairing a roof, paying tuition for college, or starting that business or expanding the current one you have. Sometimes it's simply about covering everyday obligations, and that's where the concept of the probate bridge becomes important. The probate bridge, it simply means creating a responsible way to bridge the time between today and the eventual inheritance that you will get at the end of distribution. It's not rushing the probate process or disrupting the estate. It's about helping beneficiaries like you manage and get financial stability while going through the probate process. If you're currently a beneficiary waiting through the probate delays, we've created a guide that explains the full timeline and options available. It's called the Advance My Inheritance Bridge Advantage. And you can just, by the comments below, ask for it, say, please send me the Advantage, and we'll get that right off to you. Just include your email address so we know where to send it. And again, my name is John Marsano, and I'm with Advance My Inheritance. And this has been brought to you by the Probate Bridge.